And even if he doesn't, I will not bow down to these false gods. Even if he doesn't. All they had the faith knowing that their God was able to do a miracle. They were thrown into that furnace, and they turned it up 7 times hotter. They turned that thing up. You know what? Not one hair was singed on their hair. Not even one hair. They were let out because they said the king looked in there and he says, it looks like there's like the Son of God in there walking around with them inside of there. And so they got brought out, and the people that accused them were thrown in. And they were burned up in a second. You know what? It's having that right perspective in situations. We are not going to be devoured. We are not going to be burned up in the situation. We got God with us wherever we go. Amen?
Amen.
Now, one little shepherd boy went up against Goliath. And the whole army of Israel had a wrong perspective. We can't go up against these giants. We can't go up against Goliath. Look at his head. Look how big it is. Look how massive. No way. And they were intimidated, and they ran the other way. But there was a little shepherd boy that ran the opposite way of the army. He ran directly to the front line. He charged the front line. And he says, that uncircumcised Philistine is going to go down. He doesn't know how big God really is.
Right.
He doesn't know how big God is. And he charged with the right perspective. Would you charge with the right perspective today? Will you charge forward? God's calling you to charge forward. Move forward to the front lines. Even though the circumstances look big, you got God. You got coverage. You got the right coverage. You got full coverage. You don't have just liability. You got full coverage with God. He's got you. He's got you covered.
Yes.
My mouth and my perspective needs to line up according to God's Word.
That's right.
Let Jesus empower your perspective today. Let Him empower your perspective. I'm not the same soul that I once was.
Right.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I couldn't be the same soul. It wouldn't work. I had to change. And I still have to change. There's a lot of things inside of me that still need to change. A lot of things inside of you that still need some change. But if you have the right perspective, God can take those things and He can start molding you to the image of Jesus Christ. He can start blessing you like you haven't seen before. But it's the right perspective, looking at it differently, that's going to bring the victory. Your mouth can block your blessing. Your mouth can block your blessing. So many times, this mouth got out of control. And I started to say things out of fear, out of not seeing things right. And I started to speak death words into situations